Thanks for joining me this morning at Jack's Wood, or Bois Jacques, as it's now known. Not too far away out of Bastogne. We're here this morning just by the car park. This is where you're going to get your ticket and come to the car park. And as we walk across the car park, you'll see the entrance to Jack's Wood. A bit of a turnstile here. You get the tickets from down at the museum. I'll just go through. Jack's Wood were made famous from the film Band of Brothers when it told the story about Easy Company, the 2nd Battalion of the 506th Parachute Regiment of the 101st Airborne Division. Got a little bit of a information board here, telling you a little bit more about the story of what happened here all them years ago. So as we walk up into the wood then, I'll start talking and I'll give you a little bit of history about what happened here and what we've come here to see. So Bois Jacques, or Bois Jacques, Jack's Wood is overlooking Foy. So going back to from time period of December 1944 to January 1945. It was an harsh winter. They were saying it was below minus 28 degrees Celsius at night, so a very cold winter. As you can see, we're coming up on some foxholes now, which were actually dug out by the American 101st Airborne Division. The American forces were actually outnumbered, around about 5-1, surrounded by Germans, who are coming from the east and surrounded Bastogne. Cold, harsh weather conditions. No winter gear, running low on ammunition and running out of food and medical supplies. The bad weather had stopped the Allied forces from dropping supplies into the area. A lot of fog, a little bit like today, to be honest with you. It was just after Christmas when the skies finally cleared and the American planes could actually drop supplies. The Germans making their last desperate push to regain the ground and to defeat the Allied forces were very disheartened, I can imagine, seeing these planes come over and dropping supplies, ammunition and food. Still holding their positions, in January, American reinforcements arrived. I'm quite sure these foxholes would have been much deeper. I'm quite sure the ground would have been quite solid as well with the weather at this given time. It must have been so terrifying for the guys here. I don't think there would be much birdsong like this today. But can you imagine what it sounded like? Many of you, if you've seen the film Band of Brothers, you'll recognise sort of like these foxholes, and you know, you can imagine these trees being cut down with artillery and tank rounds. So yeah, the foxholes were definitely here for protection, and you can imagine it must have been very bleak indeed. In between the 9th and 13th of January, Easy Company suffered its most casualties. On the 13th of January, they started the attack on Foy. Heavy casualties on both sides, but after a long hard battle, Foy was taken, and at this point the Germans were defeated.